If you're wondering if the new Blackmagic Design Speed Editor will help speed up the process of your editing and post-production workflow, short answer is yes, but there is still some kinks and things you need to be aware of. What's good, everybody? James Jackson here, back again with another video. If you're new to my channel, I do tips, tricks, news, and reviews for the film and video making industry. So if you do like the content here, please subscribe to the channel, hit that bell so you can stay up to date on all the content going forth. So as you guys been aware, for those of you that joined my live stream, if you did, thank you guys very much. I recently acquired the Blackmagic Design Speed Editor console, which by the way is right here, and I have been using it as my means of trying to help speed up the process of my editing time. And today I'm going to give my reviews and my thoughts on the console. Now, basically what I said at the intro is basically true. If you're looking for something that will definitely help speed up your time in post-production, the answer is yes. But really, unless you are working in the cut page, you might find yourself a bit too frustrating and it may not work. As a lot of the keybinds are designed for the cut page, you can use them on the edit page, but they don't flow nearly as well. So if you're someone that is not really going to use the cut page, this may not be the console for you. But if you're going to use it and you want to just get your baseline done and then start packing up with your special effects, titles, transitions, then this thing definitely increases the time. So I have been using this console to do all my reels that I have basically been updating for myself as well as for my video production company, and doing my vlogs and test footages, as well as editing a interview that I did last year. And one of the things I will definitely say about this speed editor is that utilizing this on the cut page makes editing so much easier. I really like the fact that I can just switch between my source and my timeline seamlessly, go in, find the specific points I want to drop into my timeline, and then basically do a rough cut page, a rough edit that way. This has been most effective in long form content and things like interviews and weddings, where I have a lot of footage to go through and not a lot of time, and I need to just basically get through. It also helped with short form things like my reels, because I was able to look through all the parts I want to, get the footages I want, and just place them on top. Personally, when utilizing the cut page, this thing makes shooting things like music videos a breeze, especially when you got time code and you're able to sync your audio with your videos. It makes things go a lot smoother. I was able to cut down at least a couple hours of editing my reel due to being able to just fly through and trim and edit. One of the best things I love about this speed editor is that you can use the split button and hold it down, and basically it's begin a move keybind. And this basically allows you to move one particular clip around your timeline, and it adjusts all the other clips around that clip. So you don't have to readjust and pull things back if you want to. This works great on the cut page. However, this does not behave the same way on the edit page. On the edit page, it basically slows everything down and it doesn't lock to anything. So you have to really know how to snap it in and basically get precise with it. And also the timeline doesn't move, so if you place it in front of something, it will delete it. Which leads me to one of my biggest problems with the speed editor right now, is that how the functions behave on different pages are not the same. And that is the fact that certain functions of the speed editor console do not behave the same way depending on the editing page you're on. For example, on the cut page, if you hit video only, you can go in and trim and drop a clip into your timeline without adding any audio source at all. However, even if you have the video only button selected on the edit page, when you go to insert it into the timeline, it puts all the audio onto the timeline, regardless if you have that video portion or the audio portion at all. So that gets really annoying, especially when you have something like a C200 and it drops 4 different channels of audio onto your timeline that you really don't need. Another thing I really love about the Speed Editor is the transitions, at least to a certain extent. With the Speed Editor, you can literally scroll through the different cut points of your timeline and basically drop a transition over and over and over again. And you can even select from a set of presets. You can select your favorite and it will drop as you go in and hit the transition button over your timelines during your bridge points. They will just snap right in there and it works perfectly. However, unfortunately, if you have very specific transitions that you made yourself that you want to use, those don't seem to be working that well, or I mean, as in at all. So if you're looking to have one of maybe your presets, or maybe you purchased a transition from a creator that you know of, they don't work with the cut page console as of right now. So hopefully this is something Blackmagic can update in a future firmware. Speaking of firmware, I also have to remind you guys that in order to use this console, you must be on Resolve 17. Now 17 is technically still in beta, but even then you have to use the beta version of Resolve 17 in order to start working on this. If you try to use this on 16, the console will not work. So if you do decide to get this console, you have to make sure you're up on Resolve 17, and then it will be able to work. The last thing I want to talk about that I really like is the fact of how easy it is to go into a full frame with the full frame button. I love the fact that I can use that and just scroll through my timeline and just see it without having to go to the windows and click it up. It seems like it's these little things, but these little things make a huge difference in terms of just production workflow. So anything to help reduce production work time is always a major plus for me. Overall, I will say is if you're someone who is using DaVinci Resolve 17 and was looking at the cut page, but you weren't really feeling it before, but you may be interested in using the cut page, then I would definitely say get the Speed Editor. The Speed Editor, for me at least, has given me reason to use the cut page as the initial part of the editing process in terms of getting the bare bones down. However, if you're someone who has no interest in the cut page and want to use this on the edited page, you can use it and it does work. However, it's so clunky at this moment, and as far as I can tell with my time, there's no way to really remap or keybind any of these buttons on the edit page. So you're stuck with how it works currently. It's too clunky for me to actually use it exclusively on the edit page. At least for right now. This could definitely change with some firmware updates, but as of right now, I think this is something to really get you into the cut page, to really use it, and that using it on the cut page really amplifies of speeding up the post-work process. But that's it for me, guys. Hopefully this video was very helpful. If you have questions regarding the Speed Editor, please leave your comments down below and I will do the best I can to help you out. In the meantime, my name is James Jackson. Hit that like button, as they definitely help the channel out and help this video go out and get to a larger audience, and hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all my contents. And until next time, take care, everyone.